Ford has created some of the most iconic truck engines in automotive history. However, not all of them have been successful. While some engines earned a reputation for durability, like the 7.3 Power Stroke, others became infamous for reliability issues, such as the 6.0-liter diesel that forced many owners to spend thousands on repairs. In this breakdown, we'll explore 18 Ford truck engines highlighting both the worst and the best ever produced. Let's begin with 8 of the least reliable engines Ford ever installed in trucks. Number 8. 2.7-liter EcoBoost V6. Released in 2015, Ford's 2.7-liter EcoBoost promised strong performance and efficiency. Unfortunately, reliability problems soon surfaced. One of the biggest complaints was excessive oil consumption, particularly in engines manufactured between April 2016 and January 2017. Faulty valve guides allowed oil to burn during operation. Earlier models from 2015 to 2017 also used plastic oil pans sealed with adhesive, which frequently developed leaks. In addition, turbocharger failures were not uncommon and sometimes occurred before 50,000 miles. In severe situations, some owners had to replace the entire engine shortly after purchasing their trucks. Although Ford improved the design in later years, the early reliability problems damaged the engine's reputation and disappointed many customers who expected the brand's built-tough durability. Number 7. 1.0-liter EcoBoost. Ford introduced the 1.0-liter EcoBoost 3-cylinder engine as a fuel-efficient solution, but it quickly developed a reputation for reliability concerns. One major weakness was its wet timing belt design. Because the belt runs inside the engine oil, it can degrade over time, clog the oil pump, and potentially cause catastrophic engine failure. The direct injection system also contributed to carbon buildup on intake valves, which led to misfires and reduced airflow. Additionally, problems such as coolant leaks, overheating, and head gasket failures were common. In extreme cases, some vehicles even experienced engine fires. Models including the EcoSport, Focus, C-Max, and Fiesta were among those affected. Despite initial praise for its efficiency, the engine eventually became known for expensive maintenance and frequent failures. Number 6. 3.8-liter Essex V6. The 3.8-liter Essex V6 was essentially an enlarged version of Ford's earlier Essex V4, inheriting several of its design flaws. Originally planned as a diesel engine, it was later converted to run on gasoline during development. This change left the engine heavier and less refined than competitors. Supercharged variants used in vehicles such as the Thunderbird Super Coupe produced about 230 horsepower. However, naturally aspirated versions struggled to deliver competitive performance, generating roughly 193 horsepower. Like its predecessor, the engine's biggest weakness was head gasket failure, often occurring before 150,000 miles. Repairing this problem typically required extensive engine work, making ownership expensive and frustrating. If you're enjoying this content, remember to like the video and subscribe. Number 5. Essex V4 engine. During the 1960s and 70s, Ford introduced the Essex V4 engine in 1.7-liter and 2.0-liter configurations. Power output ranged between 73 and 92 horsepower, with torque figures between 100 and 122 pound-feet. This engine appeared in models such as the Ford Corsair, Granada, and Zephyr. Although the cars themselves were fairly popular, the engine received criticism for its weak performance. It lacked power and often felt sluggish, which contributed to declining interest in some models. On top of that, gasket failures were a frequent problem. Many engines experienced blown gaskets before reaching 150,000 miles, leaving owners with costly repairs for an engine that already struggled to impress. Number 4. 5.4-liter Triton V8. Ford's modular V8 lineup included the 5.4-liter Triton engine. While it initially looked promising, it eventually disappointed many truck owners. Horsepower ranged from roughly 295 to 390, depending on the year and model, but reliability issues overshadowed its performance. Common complaints included timing chain problems, spark plugs ejecting from cylinder heads, engine misfires, failing ignition coils, and persistent vibrations. Certain model years were particularly troublesome. For example, the 2007 and 2008 F-150 were known for engine knocking, broken spark plugs, and worn cam phasers. Some owners even had to replace entire engines, making the Triton costly to maintain. Number 3. 4.6-liter 3-valve Triton. The 4.6-liter 3-valve Triton shared many design characteristics with the 5.4-liter version, but produced less torque. Despite similar horsepower numbers, it suffered from many of the same reliability concerns. Cam phaser failures were a well-known issue, and the engine also experienced the same spark plug blowout problem that plagued the larger Triton. Because of these recurring issues, many truck owners considered it less desirable compared to other Ford engines. Number 2. 6.0-liter Powerstroke V8. Ford's early 2000 Super Duty trucks looked impressive and offered strong capability, but the 6.0-liter Powerstroke diesel engine under the hood quickly became notorious. While the trucks themselves were rugged, the engine developed numerous problems that cost owners significant amounts of money. Frequent failures included blown head gaskets, faulty fuel injectors, and malfunctioning turbochargers. The exhaust gas recirculation system was especially problematic and often caused overheating and mechanical damage. To make repairs even more difficult, technicians frequently had to remove the entire truck cab just to access the engine. This dramatically increased labor costs. The widespread issues eventually led to legal action, including class action lawsuits that resulted in significant financial settlements for affected owners. Number 1. 6.4-liter Powerstroke. After the difficulties with the 6.0-liter engine, many expected Ford to resolve its diesel reliability issues. However, the 6.4-liter Powerstroke introduced between 2008 and 2010 brought its own set of problems. Although it delivered more power on paper, the engine suffered from serious reliability concerns. Fuel dilution often contaminated the engine oil, sometimes turning it into a milky mixture in less than 10,000 miles. Radiator leaks, failed EGR coolers, constant steam from the exhaust, and clogged diesel particulate filters frequently triggered limp mode operation. Even the dual turbochargers proved fragile. Other common issues included cracked pistons, broken piston rings, leaking EGR systems, and failing up pipes. Repair costs often reached thousands of dollars, making this engine one of the most expensive to own and helping cement its reputation as one of Ford's worst. If you're enjoying this content, remember to like the video and subscribe. Choosing the best Ford truck engines is much easier than identifying the worst ones. The real challenge is narrowing the list down to just 10, because Ford has produced many excellent engines throughout its history. Number 10. 390 FE V8. The 390 FE V8 became known for its extremely strong bottom end and impressive low-end torque. Introduced in the F-Series lineup in 1967, it remained popular throughout the 1970s. While its factory performance numbers were respectable, its greatest strength was versatility. The engine could easily be adapted for heavy-duty work trucks or